Good morning, friends. My name is Rebecca Barnes. I am the publisher of Brides and Weddings Magazine and the host of Women's Wedding Network. I want to thank you for joining us this morning for our talk about Gen Z and millennials and the changes that have evolved in the wedding industry in terms of what the younger couples are seeking in their weddings and how to harness the trends to make yourself a valuable wedding professional. So let's talk about some of those changes, what couples want, and how we can achieve giving them the weddings that they seek out. I know that social media has been a big part of weddings in the last several years, but according to surveys, many of the wedding couples these days are specifically looking for, consistently Instagrammable moments, if you will. Instagram, Pinterest, and TikTok are huge for weddings, viral trends, things that are visually pleasing, and things that are look good on social media. So really what we're looking for is to create an environment where our clients can sort of envision every piece of their wedding and how it would play out on social media. I mean, staying current with certain social media trends and offering services that are not only beautiful in person, but are very photogenic and have lots of opportunities for selfies and videos, not only by the wedding party, but by guests, and just providing unique opportunities to catch social media presence, because really that is what they want and what they're looking for. Another item are sustainable and eco-friendly wedding options. And we've heard the term sustainable and eco-friendly over the last couple of years, but especially Gen Z is looking for things that are organic, locally sourced food, lowering waste in landfills, finding things that are repurposed or reused. If you provide decor, lean into that to show how you're a sustainable business, because the decor that they're renting is being repurposed and recycled. If there's something that you do in your business that is repurposed or recycled, organic, or local, focus on that in your messaging so that couples know that by using your business, that they are helping to save the planet, that they are saving the turtles, that they are providing some sort of give back to the earth, to their community, and that they are narrowing their footprint in usage. So maybe you use solar power, or maybe your fleet is full of electric cars that are charged by solar panels. Anything that leans towards that sustainability, zero waste is going to be an asset, and you're going to want to be able to talk about it in your marketing. Outdoor elements, nature, anything to that, farm to table catering, things that make them feel good personally and ethically. Maybe you have certain things in your business about ethical hiring, or things you will and won't do. Promote those. Tell the engaged couples about those so that they feel good about choosing your business. A lot of couples nowadays, they want to mix and mingle. They want to make their weddings very unique. We do not want the cookie cutter feel. We want to be able to pull in the traditions of both parties in the couple. Sometimes you'll see blended weddings. Sometimes you'll see non-religious weddings, but bringing in religious portions of their beliefs of their families. Sometimes it's cultural, and they're blending things together. They want to feel that they are honoring the traditions of their families while making their wedding unique to them. So being able to tell stories, feeling that you understand that couple and that you're able to listen and make suggestions to make things unique, to make them personal, and very authentic. So listening and finding personal touches that you can put in to their wedding to help them to blend those traditions or those cultures into something that is unique to them, that's going to create that personal touch that'll make their whole wedding day unforgettable and give them a bragging point about you and your business and how you listened and came up with ideas and really made their wedding feel like it was theirs, not like it was just another wedding that you were doing, that really was special for them. So post-pandemic and beyond, we have seen the rise in micro weddings and elopements. Those continue to be highly popular, and did not end after the pandemic. For a lot of couples, especially Gen Z, the smaller and intimate weddings, they give them more of a chance to focus on what matters: family, friends, and experiences. Sometimes their budget will be very similar to what it was, but instead of going big, they go deep. So instead of inviting a lot of people, they create more of an experience for a smaller number of people. So if you're finding that people are coming to you with micro weddings, it might be because of their budget. It might be, but it also might be that they just want a more intimate experience. And so think of ways that your business can create an intimate experience, smaller number of people, larger breadth of services, deeper connections with an experience. I keep saying the word experience, but Gen Z and millennials, they want to have experiences that are meaningful to them. And so if you can find a way to create a journey for their wedding, to find a way to have a boutique type of situation that other vendors cannot offer them, other venues cannot offer them, pulling together packages, almost like travel, where you can say, this is the experience, and it's going to have this, 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 and this. And cost isn't necessarily what they're worried about. They want to have something very unique and have the people closest to them experience that with them. So whether that's, photography, videography, whether they're pulling in art, aesthetics, sound through music, certain vibes that they might want to have with their photos, with their videos, or just unique to your business. So you have a venue and you're able to provide them something that another venue can't, an experience of some type. Bringing in other vendors to help you with that, that's going to make it unique and intimate. So how do we get that personalization? Focus on dramatic, focus on individuality, decor, whether you want to thrift things, whether you're going to do certain types of decor that maybe focuses on their hobbies, interactive elements like photo booths and creative lighting, details, small details, but unique, like how the seating is arranged or how the dessert table is done up. Then the organic exposure that comes from social media when you have them tag you, that is going to expand your brand reach. So Gen Z and millennials are different. Gen Z is less focused on social media perfection and more on keeping it real. Millennials are emphasizing elaborate photo shoots and wedding contents. So real weddings, staged photo shoots, and unique experiences in both of those are what those groups are looking for. Now, vendors, they sort of need to adapt and understand that Gen Z and millennial are different. They are different groups. But the reason we're talking about them together is because of how much change has happened in weddings and what couples are seeking. And the more unique that you can create things, the more you are going to stand out among your competition. You're going to draw people to your business. Some other things that have changed. Gen Z couples are choosing really unconventional venues. If you have a traditional venue, consider finding a way to create something unconventional about it. Take a space that was not being used and change it into something. Change the space that you have, add something to it, something that's going to make it kind of unique, kind of maybe quirky, or just you know, something that makes it different. Whether it's thrifted items, casual elements. Um, there's a lot less pressure for things to be over the top and extravagant in a lot of these cases, because again, they're looking for that unique and authentic experience. Uh, Another item is that conventional gender conventionality has changed. It is not necessarily that the groom has men and the bride have women. There's obviously a lot of same-sex couples, but the wedding parties are changing up to where there's a lot more interaction between the genders in terms of who is on which party side. Some groups are even doing away with parties, or they're making it more circular versus uh his and hers, different parties. So you won't always find that the bridesmaids are all bridesmaids. There's going to be both men and women in those groups, and so they're really kind of breaking that mold that had been in play for so many years. So you've got to keep that in mind as well. Um, Religious ceremonies are still popular, and with that, a lot of tradition comes. But they're still kind of seeking ways to make it unique to them. So while honoring the tradition, there might be something about the reception that is more unique. Um, Hashtags are less popular, but they're still important. QR codes and digital tools, digital downloadable tools are super popular with tech savvy. And sometimes throwbacks to old pop culture are popular. So something that was popular maybe 20 or 30 years ago can be pulled in terms of art, in terms of decor, in terms of the feel of the the wedding and the reception itself. So some opportunities that avail themselves to you as wedding vendors: sustainability, personalization, and technology. Those are all things that you can lean into. Um, Understanding the differences between Gen Z and millennials. Obviously, as brides and grooms get older, engaged couples get older, we'll have another generation come behind Gen Z, but understanding and learning about what millennials and Gen Z want is really the key to you being able to provide the things that they're looking for. Deliver those memorable, tailored weddings by staying in tune with the trends. Part of that is reading the reports, whether it's annual reports about what's gone up, what's gone down, what songs are popular, and how that affects things, how people are embracing technology like QR codes. More couples are using QR codes for people to RSVP, for example. That might cut down on paper response. Understanding these trends can help you find new ways to engage your business with these couples. There's a lot of personal touches that you can add, um, you know, giving them opportunities to re-thrift things or to reuse things. So how is your business going to stay in tune? Obviously, one easy way is to hire younger employees or bring in interns. Have a person on your marketing team that is a millennial or a Gen Z. So task them to follow those trends and really to report back to the rest of the team what they take as how do millennials and Gen Zs want to communicate? How do they want to reach your business? Um, are they still calling on the telephone, or are they hitting you up on all of your social media inboxes that you now need to keep track of? Would they prefer to get information automatically so they don't have to have any type of face-to-face contact? If so, we know that it's much better for them to much better for us to close a sale by having face to face. So how can we entice them to come and make that face to face connection, whether it's Zoom or phone or in the business itself? Um, Another way is to connect with brides and weddings so that you can see the trends when we write articles, when we report reports, when we bring you things here at Women's Wedding Network for discussion, and how to follow up on talking with those engaged couples. And then finally, following us on social media at Brides and Weddings to understand the, what they're embracing, things that are new and changing, reports that are coming out, and the shifting dynamics that are happening kind of in the landscape itself. Those are some of the ways that you can keep in touch with what's happening. I'm sorry that I'm not there to ask your questions, but I know that this group is really good at sharing information. So we're going to open the floor for questions, and our team will help to moderate those. And then I just want to share with you our Weddies 2025. You can use the link or use the QR code. Please nominate yourself. Um, You've got till November 15th. Duplicate nominations are not necessary as long as the nomination that you submit has the accurate information. The number of nominations you get will not affect whether you win a Weddy or not. It is the quality of the nomination that is submitted. So please, please do nominate your business or a business that you've worked with in Northern Virginia, Northern Virginia, DC, or Maryland that services the Nova area. So give a shout out to another business or send them the link and tell them to have a bride, groom, engaged couple nominate them. Finally, if I haven't talked to you in the last 6 months, please sign up to talk. We can talk about your marketing. We can talk about brides and weddings. We can talk about your business. We can talk about Women's Wedding Network. We can just catch up. But I love to know more about the people that attend Women's Wedding Network. It helps us to stay in touch with what's happening out there in the wedding industry. So please use this QR code to scan a call with me, and then save the date, November 11th, for our next Women's Wedding Network. And it is not the cake off. I forgot to change the logo, so I apologize for that. But it will be on Zoom, and our team will give you some more information about that. But I want to thank you all for coming out, and we're going to open up the floor for questions. Thanks so much.